What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Game of Thrones video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated here. So, well, Game of Thrones Season 7 was quite something else. It was a very controversial season, to say the absolute least. And we had a show which seemed to be on fast forward throughout, which I've made no attempt at hiding the fact that I actually quite enjoyed it. I didn't mind the fast forward nature of it, albeit some parts we didn't get to explore just as much as I would have liked, like the Battle of the Tyrells or the Sansa and Arya feud in Winterfell. But one character who was noticeably missing quite a lot from this season, and considering her impact has been felt throughout the show, especially with the War of the Kings, was of course Melisandre. Now Melisandre was someone who had been proven wrong, or her ideas of who should be the king or the prince was promised has just completely failed multiple times, and obviously notably with Stannis Baratheon, who I absolutely miss. I loved that character. I thought he was a fantastic character, but he died unceremoniously in the woods near Winterfell. However, her character has returned after that failure, has reborn our friend Jon Snow, and, well, she seems to think that he is the prince, or we don't really know who she thinks probably could be, seemingly, because she's been wrong so many times. But we know that, of course, Daenerys or Jon Snow could be the prince that was promised. Now, obviously, that he is, I'm not sure if he would technically probably be a prince in the hierarchy of whatever, of the actual regal, or whatever the correct word is. I'm not sure if he would actually be. Let me know in the comments, because I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will, even if I didn't ask. But it makes sense that. But the question is, why hasn't she been involved in this season? And, well, the problem is the fact that, well, she's been proven wrong, and I'm not sure if Daenerys actually even likes her, but she has done some very horrible atrocities, and it would be interesting to see if Davos Seaworth would ever actually properly find out what happened to poor old Stannis' daughter. But moving forward, I hope she does return, and she did, of course, tell Varys that she is off to Volantis, and she said that I will return, dear Spider, one last time. I have to die in this strange country, just like you. So she will obviously return, and the question is, what is she actually doing? Now, it is not out of the question that she is off going back to Volantis, going to kind of really relearn her roots, or kind of get some spiritual guidance, because we know that what is happening in Volantis is that we have the Temple of R'hllor. I can never pronounce that name. I'm sorry if I've pronounced that incorrectly, but I expect that she will actually be going there, of course. And I expect that as well, that she's probably one of the highest powers, or one of the best priestesses that the order or the religion has. And obviously we saw in Season 6, we had the leader of that temple, Kinvara, who came to Daenerys' court and was very supportive of Daenerys. So I expect that we will have, or see in Season 8, if we even do, that if we see Melisandre in Volantis, she will actually have some sort of butting of heads with Kinvara, and they'll have to decide who they will actually support. And that would be quite cool to see that kind of, the religion which has been very perversive, or really a big kind of influence on a lot of the big characters in this show, especially someone like Beric as well. We've had this religion really actually featured quite a lot in this show, so I think it's pretty cool that we will hopefully get to see that. Of course, this is just a theory, but we do know that in the books, Tyrion Lannister actually went to go to the Volantis, and he did see who protects this temple, and it is actually the Fiery Hand, and they are a slave army who actually protect this temple. and they are the soldiers for R'hllor. So these soldiers are a slave army, and this is where it gets a bit iffy for me, because I can't see that Daenerys or Jon Snow, or Aegon Targaryen as he is his proper name, I can't see them actually supporting a slave army. I can't see that actually happening. So I'm not too sure if they'll change that in the books. And this army has not been mentioned once in the show, and like I said at the start, we've only not seen too much of an insight into this religion. We only really saw a lot of these priests and priestesses when Kinvara said she'll bring them and help them out, and we saw them proclaiming for Daenerys and saying that she is the one that all the public should actually support, because we remember all of her troubles when she was occupying all of those cities. Now, the weapons that the Fiery Hand, they have some sort of like fire things at the end of their weapons, which is quite similar to what Beric Dondarrion and of course Thoros had as well. So that will come in very handy against the fight in this Great War, and Kinvara also mentioned the Great War as well in Season 6, so it's not really out of the question that they will actually fight and use both of these armies, they will actually kind of proclaim or declare for this fight as well. So it'd be pretty cool to see this happen, but let me know what you think in the comments. What is also cool as well is that Golden Company are also based in Essos as well. So we could see Golden Company versus Fiery Hand, or they could both declare for the rightful queen, which is Daenerys. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.